Okay, Phil Lindsay here with Peep magazine down at the Stadium of Light in Sunderland, ahead of the press conference even for the Summer Rumble. Sam Best, less than 2 weeks to go now. All prepped. How's preparation been going for this one?
It's been brilliant, really. Only took 4 days off after Steve Cooper, so I was straight back into training.
Yeah.
I knew the show was coming around the corner, so I wanted to be ready for it anyway.
Yeah.
So I've not really struggled with everything. I've been fit, stayed fit, had a lot more better spawn, been down the road spawn this time.
Yeah.
Everything's just went brilliant.
Well, the plan when you turned over was always to stay busy and have regular fights out there, because again you're not getting the gaps in between the fights and having to shed weight, and it just gives you an uphill battle. So if you're fighting regularly, as well as getting the experience, you're just staying in the zone all the time as well. Yeah,
well, that's what I mean. You've got to stay busy. I don't want any ring rust. I'm thinking about taking a little bit of time out after this to discuss whether we're going to drop down a weight or not.
All right.
Because obviously I'm making light heavyweight a bit too easy. And we're thinking the super middle, maybe even middleweight, but that's to discuss with my nutritionist Chris and with Matty, Tink and Jimmy.
I suppose it's the sort of thing you can do gradually as well. You wouldn't want to maybe just go straight down to middleweight, so maybe he's edged down, see how it goes.
That's what we think, maybe to have 1 or 2 at super middleweight, see how we'll make that, then might drop in middleweight. But we'll see what happens. I might start light heavyweight, we're not 100%, but I want to see how I am and how I feel.
It's obviously doing it at lower weight, go through the training, go through the sparring, and that'll give you a good gauge at the time,
it'll give us a good idea what I feel like. I don't want to drop down if I feel weak. I don't feel too good, because then that's obviously... that'll start putting losses on your record, which obviously we're not looking for.
No, we don't want any of those.
No.
Speaking of your record, this is your third fight?
Third, yeah.
Third fight, and you know who you're going to be fighting on the 5th of
yeah, a lad
July?
called Dan Foster. Tough lad, mind. I must say, quite decent, but I think we've got him cracked again. So we've just got to stay on the night.
So it's one of those things, sometimes with these shows you don't always know who you're fighting until maybe it's a week beforehand. The fact that you know a little bit earlier, it's given you a chance to prepare specifically for his style at all?
Yeah, well, we did have an opponent originally, and then it got changed like 2 weeks ago, so it was a little bit thingy, so I haven't had much time to look at him. I've only ever seen him once, and I think I've seen him for like 40 seconds, and that's all I've ever seen of him.
Yeah.
But Matty and Ting's got the game plan there ready. We've been working on all the shots we need to work on with him. Then we've got to see what happens on the night, really.
And it's going to be over 4 rounds still?
Yeah, just 4 rounds. I think the next one's going to be... we were going to try and get a 6 rounder for the next one.
Again, obviously, let's see which weight you're going to be fighting.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
It's like everything. Any decision's always based upon other situations, isn't it?
Yeah, there's still loads we've got to go through, loads of preparation to go through, and loads of things to talk about. Obviously, we're starting to get on a good winning streak. People are starting to talk a little bit more now, so we're looking to fight, obviously, more quality opponents. That's why we've picked Dan Foster, good quality opponent. So we've just got to see what he's like on the day.
And obviously with the King's Army, you've already got a pretty good following already, and you've only just started your career.
Oh yeah, I've got a brilliant following. Obviously, what they call the King's Army, so it is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Never really struggled to sell tickets for them, and they're coming down and they make as much noise as anyone else, if not more. Yeah.
So your next fight, Dan Foster, July the 5th at the Stadium of Light in Sunderland.
Yep.
As a Newcastle man, how does it feel to be fighting in Sunderland?
Yeah, it's still a pleasure. It's a massive show, really. Not the biggest football fan in the world. Prefer that to MG, but nevertheless, it's a massive show. Probably the biggest show of the year by far. So it's an absolute pleasure to be on it. To be fair.
Well, all the King's Army and all the King's men. July the 5th, Stadium of Light.
Watch it.
Sam Best. I look forward to seeing you there, mate. Take care.